Somebody said it looked a lot like a 1950s airline logo, and I was like, I kind of see that. There's Breonna Stewart. I can't make heads or tails of what that shit's supposed to be. Asia Wilson. Okay.
Somebody once joked that Caitlin Clark's new Nike logo looked like something straight out of a 1950s airline. And honestly, I can kind of see it. But that doesn't matter. What matters is that after months of frustration, debate, and watching Nike roll out every carpet except the one for the most important player in the women's game, Caitlin Clark finally has her official Nike signature logo. This is huge. For months,
So this just happened a few minutes ago, and it was a long time in the waiting. Many fans were wondering where Nike has been with any Caitlin Clark merchandise whatsoever, but developing a signature logo and a signature shoe does take time. So without further ado, here is Caitlin Clark's official Nike signature logo. There is a statement that says, Caitlin's signature logo pulls you in like her game. It features interlocking C's. Her mark is emblematic of ever-expanding range.
fans were wondering why Nike seemed slow with Caitlin merch. Many claimed Nike fumbled the bag, but in reality, developing a true product line takes time. Paige Bueckers had PEs. Asia Wilson had years of negotiations before her A1 shoe. But Caitlin Clark was always destined to get more. Nike has just confirmed it. A signature logo, and a product line with shoes coming in 2026. The logo features interlocking C's, a design meant to reflect her endless shooting range and magnetic style of play. Nike even released a statement saying the mark pulls you in like her game.
I've been telling y'all to stay patient. I've been telling y'all that Nike takes their time, that Asia Wilson's shoe deal was 2 years in the making, that Paige Bueckers had PEs, not her own signature shoe, and that Caitlin Clark's was 100% coming. And people kept saying, oh, Nike fumbled the bag with Caitlin. It has to get out there. Nike fumbled the bag. No, they didn't. It takes time. She's got to develop a whole freaking product line. But they just announced, breaking news right now, we have a logo. That is the official Caitlin Clark Nike logo. And it's not just that. I mean, this is cool. Nike has just announced that a signature product line will be dropping soon with signature shoes coming in 2026. Now, this is going to be her logo for all of her Nike stuff that is Caitlin Clark official stuff, just like we have the Asia Wilson line where she has her logo on all of it.
For Asia Wilson, who thought she was Nike's top priority, this is a devastating blow. She believed being a multi-time MVP gave her automatic status as the face of the brand. But Nike gave Caitlin something she's never had. A cultural symbol that instantly went viral. The jealousy is real. The tears, the salt, the shade on social media.
All right, subtle commercial, nothing too crazy, no big bang. But here we go, folks. If we look at this right here, this is the Easter egg I'm talking about. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 billboards. 8 billboards. October, December, November, January, February, March, April, May. The start of the WNBA season. Is that when these shoes are going to drop? Is that when these shoes are going to drop in May? We know that come October, we're going to get some merchandise. We're going to get some apparel. But the shoes, they said, coming soon in 2026. How soon? May 2026?
Asia's A1 shoe was supposed to be groundbreaking, but Caitlin's logo reveal alone made more noise than Wilson's entire product campaign. And make no mistake, this wasn't just a random release. Nike staged the timing. Billboards, teasers, merchandise launches all point to May 2026 for the big shoe drop, right when the WNBA season begins. Already, the preview t-shirt with the logo crashed Nike's website in minutes. Demand is off the charts.
A lot of people spend a lot of time and money and resources to be able to have an opportunity to come watch this team play or come watch me play. And, I certainly understand that, and I try to make as much time as I can to sign an autograph because that can really impact somebody's life. Who knows, maybe they're going to put that up in their room and look at it every single day and have something to dream about and something, that they want to be one day. And, being able to do that and take, like I said, 10 seconds, it's the little things that really go a long way that impact young kids. So it's not something I take lightly at all.
Industry insiders project her shoe line could generate between $100 million and $150 million in its first cycle. Unheard of for women's basketball. This is what happens when you put the spotlight on the player who fills arenas like no one else.
Celebrate her logo debut with this soft cotton logo tee. And you know what's interesting about this design? It does look like they are interlocked, but if you kind of like squint your eyes, it also kind of looks like a very dimensional one C in front of the other one. I don't know if that's just me. According to Nike, the shirt is available, but it's not available just yet. But you can be notified for when it does go on sale. I can only imagine it's going to get sold out.
Caitlin Clark dragged women's basketball into primetime by herself. Road attendance spikes 87% when she plays. Games featuring her Indiana Fever regularly clear 1 million viewers, while most others don't even come close. Nike finally recognized that. This isn't charity. This is smart business. Asia Wilson can collect MVPs, but she can't create cultural earthquakes. Caitlin Clark can, and does it even while injured.
And a lot of people have been getting on Nike because they don't feel like they have been promoting Caitlin as much as they should. But I will say we have to give credit where credit is due. I feel like in the past month or so, they have been tweeting about Caitlin more. And then obviously with this shoe release, they've made this super sick commercial to promote it. And of course, just today, Caitlin Clark's new Kobe PE shoe sold out in less than a minute. And I saw so many tweets about this, so many people who were so sad that they missed out on this shoe. I saw that there was this one Dick's store and people were lined up around the corner like camping out trying to get the shoe. I also heard that Nike stocked about 14,000 of these, and that is an unconfirmed report, but they sold out in less than a minute. If that's any indication of what a Caitlin Clark signature shoe will do, I think Nike better continue to get on it and get ready to launch this brand for Caitlin.
Her Kobe PE shoes sold out in seconds. The logo tee flipped resale markets instantly. Meanwhile, Asia's shoe launch barely trended. Wilson's frustration boils down to one fact. She thought accolades meant marketability, but Nike knows better. The fans have chosen.
I lost all respect for Asia Wilson. I don't want to hear her opinions. I don't care what she has to say from this point on. When you keep a Nike deal 2 years in secret while you're spewing all that crazy stuff about Caitlin Clark in the Time magazine, read it. Read what she said in the Time magazine. Yet you had a Nike deal the whole entire time.
The cultural demand is all Caitlin's. Even legends like Cheryl Swoops shaded Clark, while quietly knowing Asia had her own deal coming. That hypocrisy is why so many have lost respect for the narrative being pushed against Clark.
And guess who's speaking there? Good old Cheryl Swoops, who's part of Nike and knew the whole time too. So Cheryl Swoops spewing all that crap about Caitlin Clark, yeah, you knew that Asia Wilson's going to be coming out with a shoe deal, with a collection and everything.
Caitlin doesn't need pity or excuses. She simply moves markets and forces the entire sports world to pay attention. Nike took too long, but now they've course corrected, and they're all in on Clark. The interlocking C's aren't just a design, they're a declaration. Caitlin Clark isn't just part of Nike basketball. She is Nike basketball's future. Asia's logo looks like an afterthought. Caitlin screams icon. This is luxury branding, something never done in women's hoops before, and Nike knows they've struck gold.
So somebody said it looked like Chanel, I said it looked like Gucci, but whatever it is a luxury sports brand. I can't think of very many luxury sports brands. Guys, yeah, do you, like, I'm a fashion guy. And I understand what Nike is doing. Nike is trying to get into the luxury brand style, luxury department style, almost a little bit getting out of sporting. If they successfully do this, this has never been done. Never.
Nike's recognition of Caitlin Clark goes far beyond a logo. It's a business strategy built on undeniable numbers and cultural pull. The $28 million 8-year deal she signed is now looking like the bargain of the century. Analysts admit Nike won't recoup that on shoe sales alone, but they don't need to. Associating with Caitlyn gives them the most powerful marketing magnet in women's sports. Her presence alone sells out arenas, drives national broadcasts to record highs, and generates global buzz that no other WNBA star has ever matched.
I think one of the reasons Nike's stock is dropping is how badly they dropped the ball with the female phenom, Asia Wilson. I think one of their experts should have had more foresight about her trajectory into being the best women's basketball player in the world, and they should have given her a signature shoe probably 2 years ago. Regardless of the sudden burst of media interest in the WNBA, thanks to the likes of Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, Asia is a proven winner and one of the brightest spots in all of basketball. The fact that Asia's shoe deal emerged into the media after Caitlin's deal was already publicized gives reactionary vibes instead of
When Nike dropped her logo tee, their servers buckled. When her Kobe PEs launched, they flipped instantly for double the retail price. That's not hype, that's market demand. In contrast, Asia Wilson's A1 launch looked reactionary, like Nike only pushed it because they knew Caitlyn was coming. Her 6-year extension may be one of the richest in WNBA history, but nobody talks about cultural impact.
Caitlin Clark's signature shoe sold out in minutes. It was here and then it was gone. Oof. It reminds me of Mike Tyson back in the day. Don't go to the bathroom or the fight is over. You go, girl.
Resale value or projected revenue. They talk about Caitlyn because Caitlyn is the one moving the needle. Wilson's fans tried spinning narratives about her being overlooked, but she'd been negotiating a hidden extension for years. She knew her line was coming, yet she still threw shade, fueled narratives, and pretended she was left behind. That's why the jealousy reeks. Caitlyn doesn't need to play the victim. She doesn't need to beg for recognition. The culture already crowned her. Wilson can't stand that. The WNBA hadn't seen million-viewer regular season games in over a decade until Clark arrived. Now they're routine. Her average audience is 1.09 million per game. Non-Clark games hover at 414,000. That's not a small gap, that's a gulf. Road attendance spikes nearly 90% when she's in the building. Sponsors, networks, merch buyers, they all know where the money is.
It's about time, Nike. Y'all have taken long enough. It should not have taken this long for you guys to get this stuff together. I don't know what the holdup was. Actually, I do believe I know what the holdup was. Y'all didn't want a bunch of people hating and mad and all that. I know. I'm ready for this merch to drop. Cannot wait. The Caitlin Clark merch is gonna be absolutely fire. The sneakers are gonna be off the...
Even injured, Caitlyn still outtrends Wilson's MVP campaigns. She secured her logo reveal while sidelined, something no other player could pull off. Wilson's trophies suddenly feel hollow compared to Clark's cultural impact. That's the painful truth driving the bitterness. Nike's logo release is about more than sneakers. It's about setting a new standard for how women's sports stars are marketed. Only 12 WNBA players in 28 years have had signature shoes. Caitlyn joins that exclusive club almost instantly. That's not just fast, that's unprecedented. It proves that when a player expands the sport beyond its old limits, brands respond. Asia Wilson's A1 is respectable, but Caitlyn's line will be revolutionary. Experts project it could become a $150 million franchise, eclipsing anything seen before in the women's game. This isn't Nike pandering. Caitlyn's been loyal to the brand since Iowa, calling it her basketball home. When those interlocking C's dropped, it was authentic, earned, and inevitable. Asia's complaints sound like excuses. The truth is simple. The market has spoken. Caitlin Clark is the face of women's basketball, and Nike finally embraced it. The interlocking C's aren't just a logo, they're the crown, and Caitlin Clark wears it. Wilson can keep her MVPs. Caitlyn has something infinitely more valuable. The power to move markets, crash websites, and redefine what's possible for women's sports. That's why this moment matters. It's the line in the sand. The future of the WNBA belongs to Caitlin Clark, and no amount of jealousy can change it.
Really don't understand the need to lie. So there's a hype that Asia Wilson shoes sold out in 5 minutes. I did some more fact checking. They only had 3,000 shoes, right? They're actually going to restock the shoe in 2 days on May 8th. Those are the facts. So the shoes aren't technically sold out. What they did was they put phase 1 of shoes to see if they sold. People bought it. And they're going to have another phase 2 on May 8th. So they're not technically sold out. Like, why people lie, bro? And I don't know who bought them.